The sky vanishes behind colossal storm clouds. Massive waves surround a Greek ship. Desperate sailors throw statues and gold into the sea, trying to calm something invisible. Then the ocean goes silent. Absolute silence. Even the wind stops. The men look around, terrified. And slowly, a massive shadow rises beneath the ship. The ancient Greeks feared the sea. Not because it was dangerous, but because they believed something watched from the depths. Something intelligent. Something furious. Lightning strikes. For just a moment, two blue eyes glow beneath the ocean. Poseidon, the god who controlled storms, earthquakes, monsters, and according to the oldest texts, the end of the world itself. Chapter 1. The god who never accepted Zeus's throne. Mountains explode, oceans boil. Giant titans march across continents. Before humanity existed, the gods waged a war so violent it nearly destroyed the universe. And at the center of that war was Poseidon. The trident slices through the sky. A colossal wave destroys hundreds of titan creatures. Ancient records describe something strange about him. While Zeus fought to win, Poseidon seemed to enjoy the destruction. During the war, Poseidon unleashes earthquakes so powerful, entire cities sink into the ocean. Even the other gods watch in horror. It was in that moment that Zeus realized something. Poseidon did not simply want power. He wanted absolute control. Chapter 2. The division of the universe and the birth of hatred. After defeating the Titans, Zeus receives the skies, Hades receives the underworld. Poseidon receives the seas. Everyone celebrates, except Poseidon. The seas covered nearly the entire world. Yet Poseidon believed he had received less. The camera shows Poseidon staring at the throne of Olympus. According to ancient priests, it was on that day that the war between brothers was born. Chapter 3. The secret Zeus hid. Burnt scrolls, hidden texts, erased symbols. There is a reason almost no story speaks of the war between Zeus and Poseidon. Zeus tried to erase everything because it nearly destroyed the gods themselves. Ancient texts reveal a single phrase: "The ocean shall rise against the sky." Poseidon believed Zeus was weak because he ruled through laws, while fear was far more powerful. Chapter 4, Poseidon's darkest experiment. Dark ocean. Massive currents. Deformed creatures swimming through the darkness. The Greeks believed the ocean hid monsters. But few people know that many of them were created by Poseidon. Giant sea serpents. Leviathans. Beasts with dozens of eyes. Creatures fused to the ocean itself. Poseidon did not create monsters only to guard the seas. He was building weapons. A colossal prison appears in the depths. Chains tremble. Then something different emerged. A creature so dangerous, even Poseidon lost control of it. A roar echoes across the entire ocean. The priests erased its true name. But centuries later, sailors would call it the Kraken. Chapter 5. Atlantis was not an accident. Atlantis rises in its full glory. Golden towers. Gleaming canals. Colossal ships. Atlantis was more than a city. It was Poseidon's perfect project. A civilization built by his own descendants. Over time, the Atlanteans stopped praying. They began studying the powers of the ocean. They built machines, weapons, energy towers. And then the unthinkable happened. Atlantis began to challenge the gods themselves. Poseidon watches Atlantis from the ocean floor. For the first time, Poseidon feared humanity because humans were learning to control forces that belonged to the gods. Chapter 6, the most terrifying night in history. The sky darkens. The sea begins to rise around Atlantis. Earthquakes split the city apart. The records describe an impossible night. The ocean began to surround Atlantis like a living creature. Enormous waves crushed the city walls. But the most terrifying part was that Poseidon made no attempt to save his own creation. He came to destroy it. Temples crumble. People desperately try to flee because Poseidon had realized something dangerous. If humans stopped fearing the gods would cease to exist. Silence. So he chose fear. Chapter 7, the hidden war of the gods. Lightning tears through the skies. Zeus appears above the ocean. Zeus finally understood Poseidon's plan. Atlantis was only the beginning. The real target was the entire world. Ocean against storm. Poseidon raises walls of water thousands of feet high. Zeus shatters oceans with bolts of lightning. Ancient texts claim that battle lasted days. Every blow triggered earthquakes. Every thunderclap destroyed cities. Poseidon strikes the ocean with his trident. Then the entire sea begins to rise. For the first time, Zeus realized he might lose. Chapter 8: Poseidon's Final Plan. Ancient temples show drawings of the world covered entirely by water. Poseidon believed humans only obeyed when they were afraid. So he devised a brutal plan. Sink the ancient world and start over. The chains in the depths begin to break. The entire ocean trembles. But there was a problem. The Kraken no longer obeyed anyone. A colossal eye opens. Poseidon had created a weapon so monstrous that it threatened to destroy even the gods themselves. Chapter 9: The Final Battle. Storms cover the entire planet. Volcanoes erupt. Oceans swallow cities whole. The Greeks believed the world almost ended that night. Massive bolts of lightning burst through walls of water. The trident collides with the thunderbolts. This was not merely a fight between brothers. It was a war for the fate of humanity. The creature rises from the depths, larger than mountains, covered in scars and broken chains. And in that moment, even Poseidon understood his mistake. The monster did not want to obey. It wanted to destroy. Chapter 10: The Final Secret. A colossal explosion. The ocean swallows everything. Silence. Then Poseidon disappeared. No body. No defeat. No explanation. Submerged ruins appear on the ocean floor. Colossal statues. Destroyed temples. But the ancient priests left a warning. The god of the ocean did not die. He simply returned to the depths. Final. A modern submarine crosses the deep ocean. The sonar detects something impossible. A massive structure. The symbol of the trident appears. The lights fail. Silence. Then the roar echoes from the depths. The Greeks believed the sea held everything. Civilizations, monsters, gods. The camera plunges into absolute darkness. Two blue eyes open. And perhaps Poseidon is still waiting.